I found a hidden camera in my living room, but the landlord wasn't the one who put it there. I swear I've never felt my stomach drop as fast as it did that night in my small Denver apartment when I moved the fake potted plant to vacuum and saw a tiny black lens buried deep in the leaves, angled perfectly at the couch where I usually sat, ate, and sometimes fell asleep after late shifts. My first thought was that my landlord, who already had a reputation for sneaking in without notice, had decided to level up his creepiness. And I felt this burning panic in my chest, thinking he'd probably recorded me for weeks, maybe months. So I grabbed the camera, marched to my room, locked the door, and started drafting a furious email while replaying every moment I'd lived in that apartment. But before I could hit send, I heard the front door open and my roommate Adam walked in, acting all casual until he noticed the plant missing and saw the camera in my hand. And that's when his whole face froze like he'd been caught doing something way worse than filming me. He instantly started stuttering, saying, "It's not what you think," which in situations like that always means it's exactly what you think. So I told him to sit down and explain before I called the cops, and he finally admitted that he was the one who installed the camera, not to spy on me, according to him, but to monitor suspicious activity, because he believed I was hiding something in the apartment, something dangerous, which sounded completely insane until he said he'd noticed I'd been getting weird mail delivered under a name that wasn't mine, packages I never opened in front of him. That part was true, but instead of telling him it was just my company forwarding work-related shipments under a business alias, I demanded he tell me why he thought I was dangerous. And he got real quiet, staring at the floor before mumbling that 2 months before I moved in, his old roommate disappeared, just vanished, leaving behind almost all his stuff. And Adam became convinced someone in the building had something to do with it, especially after finding a scratch-up lock on the old roommate's door frame and a strange smell that came and went for weeks. So when I moved in with boxes of mysterious packages and an unpredictable work schedule, he convinced himself I was connected to whatever happened, and instead of talking to me like a normal human being, he installed cameras. I was furious but also freaked out because Adam wasn't the type to make up stories, and he brought out the old roommate's last text messages, the ones saying he thought someone had been entering the apartment when Adam was gone and that he heard whispering in the living room at night. When I asked why he didn't tell the police, he said they brushed him off since adults leave all the time. But then, this part chilled me, he showed me a picture he never shared with anyone. A blurry photo taken on his bedroom camera the night before the roommate disappeared, showing a dark figure standing in the doorway, watching him sleep. At first I thought he edited it, but the fear in his voice was real, and just as I was about to tell him he needed therapy more than a roommate, the power suddenly cut out in the apartment, plunging everything into darkness, and from the hallway we heard slow, deliberate footsteps, heavy, dragging ones, followed by the distinct sound of something scraping against the door. Adam grabbed his phone flashlight and we both stood frozen as the door handle twitched, then rattled violently like someone was testing it. And when we yelled that we were calling the cops, the noise stopped and the footsteps faded down the hall. The police searched the building but didn't find anyone, though they did find pry marks on multiple doors, ours included, and recommended we stay somewhere else for the night, so we crashed at my friend's place, both too shaken to sleep. The next morning, maintenance found damage to the basement storage rooms, locks broken, things tossed around, some spots smeared with what they called possible blood traces, and the worst part, the landlord said the old roommate's unit keypad had been tampered with that same night. I don't know whether Adam's paranoia saved us or just dragged us deeper into something we still don't understand, but we moved out within 48 hours, and to this day neither of us knows who was in the hallway that night or what they were looking for, only that someone had been inside our apartment long before either of us found that camera.